Jai Gurudev, yes, a house often struggles with the impermanence of life, especially the death of his patients. How does the Vedic tradition help us understand and accept life's impermanence? Jai Gurudev, yes, the Vedic wisdom teaches that life is transient, and understanding this impermanence is a key to living fully. His Holiness Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankarji often speaks about the importance of accepting life as it is, including its temporary nature. The practices of yoga, meditation, and Gayatri Japa help us transcend the fear of death and connect with the eternal soul, which is beyond birth and death. When we recognize the impermanence of all things, we begin to appreciate every moment more deeply and let go of our attachments, leading to greater peace and contentment. In house, characters grow when they become more self aware. How does self awareness play a role in spiritual development according to Vedic teachings? Self awareness is the cornerstone of spiritual progress. His Holiness Gurudev Sri Sri Ravi Shankarji teaches that through practices like meditation and mindfulness, we can cultivate awareness on our thoughts, emotions, and actions. This awareness helps us detach from reactive patterns and move towards conscious decision making. In the Vedic tradition. Atmagyana, or self knowledge, is the highest form of knowledge. Meditation and pranayama, such as Sudarshan Kriya, deepen our self awareness, allowing us to live with intention, purpose, and alignment with our true nature. In house, addiction plays a significant role in the personal struggles of several characters. How does Vedic wisdom help in overcoming addiction? Addiction is often rooted in an imbalance of the mind and body, and the Vedic tradition offers powerful tools for healing. His Holiness Gurudev Sri Sri Ravi Shankarji emphasizes that addiction stems from an attempt to fill an inner void. Through practices like Sudarshan Kriya, Pranayama, and Yoga. We can detoxify the mind and body, releasing cravings and dependencies. The deeper connection with the divine, cultivated through regular sadhana or spiritual practice, helps individuals rediscover their inner joy and strength, making them less reliant on external substances for comfort. House's struggles with his darker side are central to his character development. How does the Vedic wisdom view our shadow selves? The Vedic tradition acknowledges that we all have both light and shadow aspects of ourselves. The key is to embrace both without denial or repression. His Holiness Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankarji teaches that true spiritual growth comes when we accept our flaws and imperfections, using them as stepping stone for personal transformation. Practices like self-inquiry, meditation, and yoga help us confront and integrate these aspects of ourselves, leading to wholeness. The shadow is not something to fear, but rather a part of our journey toward self-realization. In House himself often rejects guidance, but mentorship is a theme throughout the show. How does Vedic wisdom emphasize the importance of a teacher or guru? The role of a guru is central to Vedic wisdom. His Holiness Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankarji often speaks about how a guru provides us with the necessary tools, guidance, and perspective to transcend our limitations. The word guru itself means one who dispels darkness and brings light to our path through practices like satsang or spiritual discourse and regular interaction with a teacher. We deepen our understanding of the self. In the Vedic tradition, the Guru helps us align our individual will with the divine will, guiding us toward the ultimate truth. Houses unresolved traumas from the past often influences behavior. How does Vedic wisdom help us heal from the past pain and trauma? The Vedic teachings recognize that past trauma can be a significant obstacle to spiritual growth. However, it also teaches that we are not bound by our past. His Holiness Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankarji emphasizes the power of forgiveness both toward others and ourselves. Through practices like Sudarshan Kriya and yoga, we release emotional blockages and heal from past wounds. In Ayurveda, trauma is understood as an imbalance that can be corrected by restoring harmony within the body, mind, and spirit. By letting go of the past, we free ourselves to live fully in the present and move toward a brighter future. House frequently clashes with authority figures. How does the Vedic tradition guide us in dealing with power dynamics? In the Vedic tradition, power is understood as a responsibility rather than a privilege. Gurudev Shri Sri Ravi Shankarji teaches that true leaders are those who serve others and are humble in their approach to authority. Power, when misused, leads to ego and conflict. But when used wisely, it can bring about positive change. The concept of dharma or righteous duty helps us understand how to navigate power with integrity. Yoga practices and sadhana help maintain humility and mental clarity, ensuring that authority is exercised for the greater good rather than for selfish gain. House uses sarcasm and humor as a coping mechanism for his personal struggles. How does Vedic wisdom view the role of humor and lightness in life? Jayadeva's humor is a powerful tool for overcoming life's challenges. His Holiness Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankarji often speaks about how laughter and lightness help to release stress and bring us into the present moment. In the Vedic tradition, humor is seen as an expression of joy and a way to reduce the heaviness of life's burdens. Practices like satsang and the collective joy of spiritual practices help individuals experience a sense of lightness even in the face of adversity. Humor can also be a means of transcendence, helping us not take ourselves too seriously and find peace amidst chaos. In House, many characters make decisions out of emotional turmoil. How does Vedic wisdom help us make decisions from a place of inner peace? In the Vedic tradition, inner peace is seen as the foundation for wise decision making. His Holiness Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankarji teaches that when the mind is calm and centered, decisions come naturally and effortlessly. Practices like Sudarshan Kriya, yoga, and meditation help calm the mind, allowing us to access a deeper sense of intuition. When we make decisions from a place of inner peace, we are aligned with our highest self and make choices that are in harmony with our true purpose. The clarity that comes from such practices leads to decisions that benefit not just ourselves but others as well. The importance of respecting the natural rhythms of the body. House often disregards his own body's needs. How does Vedic wisdom guide us to respect our bodies? The Vedic tradition teaches us to honor the body as a temple. His Holiness Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankarji emphasizes the importance of self-care, rest, and balanced living. Ayurveda, the traditional system of medicine, teaches us how to live in harmony with the natural rhythms of the body by observing the cycles of the day and night, the seasons, and our own energy levels. We can optimize our health and well-being. Practices like pranayama, yoga, and Ayurveda help restore balance and respect the body's inherent wisdom, preventing burnout and promoting longevity. In House, the characters often focus on what's wrong, neglecting the positive. How does the Vedic tradition guide us to cultivate gratitude? Gratitude is one of the most powerful tools for transforming our mindset. His Holiness Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankarji teaches that gratitude opens the heart and shifts our focus from what we lack to what we have. In the Vedic tradition, we are encouraged to express gratitude daily through prayers, mantras, and satsang. Gratitude practices like the gratitude journal or simply saying thank you for life's blessings help us cultivate a positive outlook even in challenging circumstances. By focusing on what we are grateful for, we create an abundance mindset and invite more positivity into our lives. House's life is full of complexity and he often complicates things further. How does the Vedic tradition promote simplicity in life? Simplicity is at the core of the Vedic way of life. His Holiness Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankarji often speaks about how simplicity leads to clarity and inner peace. In a world full of distractions and complexities, the practice of yoga and meditation simplifies our inner world, allowing us to focus on what truly matters. The Vedic teachings encourage us to live with minimal attachment to material things, fostering a simpler, more contented life. When we simplify our thoughts and actions, we free ourselves from unnecessary stress and can focus on our spiritual growth. In House, the characters often get trapped in material success despite its emptiness. How does Vedic wisdom address the pursuit of material wealth? The Vedic tradition recognizes that material wealth is temporary and when it is necessary for survival, it should not be the ultimate pursuit. His Holiness Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankarji often reminds us that true fulfillment comes from inner peace and spiritual connection, not material accumulation. In the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna teaches that wealth and possessions are to be used for the service of others. By engaging in seva or selfless service and following a path of dharma, or righteous action, we transcend the attachment to material wealth, allowing it to flow through us in a balanced and non possessive way. How struggles with the surrendering to others and the larger flow of life? How does Vedic wisdom view the concept of surrender? Surrender in the Vedic tradition is not about giving up or being passive. It's about trusting the divine flow of life. His Holiness Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankarji teaches that when we surrender our limited ego and align with the divine will, we experience true freedom. Surrender is a conscious choice to let go of control and trust that everything is happening for our highest good. Through practices like meditation, prayer, and deep introspection, we learn to surrender our fears, doubts, and attachments, which brings peace and liberation. In House, many of the characters seek instant answers, often pushing for a fast diagnosis. How does the Vedic wisdom view the role of patience in the healing process? Patience is a fundamental principle in the Vedic approach to healing. His Holiness Gurudev Sri Sri Ravi Shankarji often emphasizes that healing, whether physical, mental, or emotional, requires time. It's not something that we can always be rushed. Ayurvedic medicine, for instance, views the body and mind as deeply interconnected systems, and healing must be approached with the patience and understanding of the natural rhythms of the body. Practices like Sudarshan Kriya and Pranayama help harmonize the body, mind, and spirit, allowing healing to unfold at its own pace. Through patience, we can create space for true recovery without forcing it. House is a character who feels the need to control everything around him. How does Vedic wisdom guide us to let go of the need for control? The need for control is a major source of stress in modern life. The Vedic tradition teaches us that while we have free will to make choices, ultimate control rests with the divine. His Holiness Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankarji teaches that surrendering to the divine flow of life is the path to true peace. Control is rooted in the ego, and by letting go of our attachment to it, we align ourselves with the universe. Practices like yoga and meditation, especially Sudarshan Kriya, help us move from a state of controlling to a state of allowing. This surrender brings ease and peace both mentally and emotionally. In house, decisions often stem from deep internal conflict and unclear intentions. How does the Vedic tradition view the power of setting intentions? In the Vedic tradition, intention is seen as the seed that shapes our reality. Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankarji teaches that the power of intention combined with positive action is the key to manifestation. Through practices like Gayatri Japa, visualization, pujas, and homas and meditation, we learn to clarify our intentions and focus them toward our higher goals. The Vedic concept of sankalpa or intention emphasizes that when our intentions are aligned with our highest good and the welfare of others, they become a powerful force for positive change. Meditation practices help in refining these intentions, ensuring they are pure and in alignment with the divine will. Jai Gurudev.